Walsh, and what does he mean to us? Let me tell you what I think. The best way to judge Gerry's character is to compare him to another mighty Mayo man who has made a huge impact on the greater community. Me. On first glance, Gerry doesn't have oodles of charm and charisma. I do. Gerry doesn't have James Dean-like sexy wavy hair. I do. Gerry doesn't have a state car. I do. Gerry doesn't walk like he has a poker inserted up his rear end. I do. However, Gerry does have a national school teacher's pension. I don't. I think the only way I can truly sum up Gerry's enormous impact on education in Tullamore is by copying and pasting verbatim some famous speeches I found on Google from people who can spell good. 7 years ago, and Gerry Walsh landed in Tullamore and said, "My fellow Australians, ask not what Gerry can do for you, and ask what you can do for Gerry." You asked, what was Gerry's policy? Gerry said that he shall fight young lads who mitch off school on the beaches. He shall fight them on the landing grounds, in the streets, and he shall fight them as they hop the big wall in O'Brien Park. He shall never surrender. Gerry had a dream that one day people from Mayo and Offaly would be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. And here we are. And if there's anyone out there who still doubts that Scullone Polado is a place where all things are possible, who still wonders if the dream of Gerry Walsh is alive in our time, who still questions Gerry's capacity to restore himself, reinvent himself, and prosper, tonight is your answer. My people, I give you your greatest principle, Gerry Walsh!
We thought that might soften him up a little bit when we came up here, so Gerry, can I call upon you to respond? It's hard to know what to say after that. Just by the way, Simon, those games that you were playing in Portlaoise were the Go games. I was ahead of my time. I just said to myself, I haven't started at all yet. Reverend fathers, sisters, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to see you all here this evening, and thank you for coming, and I hope you have a great night. But just before we start, there's just something I would like to do. It may be my night, but I like to think of a number of people who have passed away: the late Donald Brady, Mary Lee, Geraldine Cusick, and a number of young men who have lost their lives over the last few years who would have attended the school, and especially Nigel Costello last week, who died in a tragic accident. So I'd like to take a moment's silence to remember all those people first.